China launched major military drills encircling Taiwan on May 23rd, calling them retaliation for the inauguration of Taiwan's new president, with tensions already sky-high due to ongoing conflicts like the Russia-Ukraine war and the Israel-Palestine strife. Could China seize the moment to take what it believes is rightfully theirs? In today's video, we dive deep into how a Chinese invasion of Taiwan would unfold and how China could potentially secure a swift victory. As the world is preoccupied with various global conflicts, China might see an opportunity to act. Recently, Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesman declared, Taiwan independence forces will be left with their heads broken and blood flowing. This statement underscores the gravity of the situation and the serious threat Taiwan faces. Before we delve into the military tactics, it's crucial to understand who would come to Taiwan's aid if China were to attack. There are primarily two nations that would likely step in: the USA and Japan. Both countries have significant interests in the stability of the region and maintaining a balance of power. The United States of America has long been a supporter of Taiwan, providing military aid and conducting joint exercises. If China were to attack, it is highly likely that the United States would respond quickly, providing military and logistical support to Taiwan. Japan, due to its proximity and strategic interests in the region, would also be a key ally. Japan has been increasing its military capabilities and strengthening its alliance with the United States, making it a formidable partner in any conflict involving Taiwan. Let's now look at how an actual invasion by China might unfold. Today, China launched a military exercise named Joint Sword 2024A, surrounding Taiwan with over 30 warships and 40 fighter jets. This exercise gives us a glimpse into what a real attack could look like. China would start by encircling Taiwan with its military forces. Unlike Ukraine, Taiwan does not share borders with any other countries, making it relatively easy for China to impose a complete blockade on all shipping imports. This blockade would cripple Taiwan's supply chain, cutting off essential resources and weaponry from the West. China would leverage its advanced air defense systems and naval capabilities. The People's Liberation Army (PLA) Air Force would play a crucial role, deploying fighter jets, bombers, and drones to dominate the airspace over Taiwan. Simultaneously, the PLA Navy would launch missiles from warships, targeting key military installations and infrastructure on the island. China's approach would likely be a war of attrition, aiming to wear down Taiwan over time. Here's how it might play out. By cutting off Taiwan's access to international supplies, China would slowly deplete Taiwan's resources. This blockade would include stopping all shipping and possibly using cyber warfare to disrupt communication and infrastructure. China would avoid a full-scale ground invasion initially, relying instead on missile strikes from its warships and aircraft. These strikes would aim to destroy Taiwan's defensive capabilities and critical infrastructure, making it harder for Taiwan to resist in the long term. In addition to military actions, China could employ economic tactics to further isolate Taiwan. Sanctions, cyber attacks on financial systems, and disruption of trade routes could severely impact Taiwan's economy, adding pressure on its government and military. Despite the overwhelming might of China's military, Taiwan would not go down without a fight. Taiwan has been preparing for such a scenario for years, with a focus on asymmetric warfare and defense-in-depth strategies. Taiwan would use its knowledge of the terrain and guerrilla tactics to harass and slow down Chinese forces. This could include using small mobile units to launch surprise attacks and ambushes. Taiwan's military strategy involves layered defenses, making it difficult for China to achieve a quick victory. Key defensive positions would be fortified, and Taiwan's highly motivated reserve forces would be mobilized to defend the island. The international community would undoubtedly react to a Chinese invasion of Taiwan, with significant geopolitical ramifications. While NATO and the EU may not have a direct military presence in the region, their political and economic support for Taiwan would be crucial. Sanctions against China and increased military aid to Taiwan and its allies would likely be part of the response. Other global powers, such as India and Australia, might also respond, either by providing support to Taiwan or by strengthening their own military postures to deter further Chinese aggression. A Chinese invasion of Taiwan would not be a quick conflict. The war could drag on for months or even years, with significant consequences for all involved. In the short term, we would see intense military engagements, potential humanitarian crises, and a global economic impact due to disruptions in trade routes and the tech industry, where Taiwan is a major player. The long-term implications could be even more profound. A successful invasion would embolden China, potentially leading to further territorial ambitions. The balance of power in the Indo-Pacific region would shift, prompting countries like Japan, South Korea, and India to bolster their defenses. In summary, a Chinese invasion of Taiwan would be a complex and multifaceted conflict. From the initial blockade and missile strikes to the potential for a prolonged war of attrition, the consequences would be far-reaching. While Taiwan would fight valiantly, the sheer size and resources of China's military would make this a daunting battle. This analysis is not about taking sides, but understanding the most plausible scenarios. By examining these potential events, we can better appreciate the delicate balance of power in our world. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think would happen if China attacked Taiwan? And don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth analysis on global military and geopolitical topics.